Hi, I'm Beck. I'm a psychologist, and in Australia, psychologists operate under what's called APRA. It's the governing body, Australian Health Practitioners Regulatory Association. I don't know if I got that right. But we operate under quite strict regulations about how we're allowed to practice, about what we're allowed to, how we're allowed to approach our practice, etc., etc. Which is why I'm giving a shout out to a sister in the UK that has come out, the psychic psychologist, and named it. Go you. I mean, without sounding like a wanker, I know all this stuff in this book. I bought it purely to support to support her in her bravery about coming out and speaking about this. If you're a psychologist, if you're a counselor, if you're in any industry really that requires listening, active listening, you are psychic because we operate in the area of the unseen. So as psychologists, we have attuned ourselves to listen to what's under people's words, what's under people's stories. We have trained ourselves to attune to the energy of the words so we can work with the underlying pattern, the underlying belief, the underlying wound that is there. Now, I have colleagues that do not align with my viewpoint at all. We still get along fantastically, and I'm so humble about their approach. I have nothing to say negatively about a really rigid evidence-based approach because they're still incredible practitioners. But they will say things to me if I gently sort of inquire about their experiences. They will say, I know when somebody's been, they have a history of early sexual assault. I can just tell. And they can't tell me how they can just tell, they can just tell. So some other people can tell if there's toxic dynamics in relationships without really hearing much about it. Other colleagues I have that are incredibly attuned to family dynamics can know exactly what's going on without a whole lot of information. They can just intuit that. I'm excellent at attachment wounds. I know exactly an attachment wound when I see it, when I feel it underneath perhaps a current relationship dynamic that has nothing to do with a family of origin or an early wounding in the person's mind. I can feel exactly where it's come from. And it's an underlying unseen energy current that I have trained myself to attune to. Now we're talking the 10,000 hours thing. Like, I've been doing this for a very, very long time. This is not overnight. My gifts are, my third eye awakens, I don't know, whatever you might be hearing in other circles. Like, this is mastery that I have trained myself to focus on the unseen, to feel into what's not being said. Now, we are doing this all the time, all of us, even if you're not in a healthcare role, such as a counselor, a psychologist, or a social worker. If you're a parent, perhaps, and you're wondering whether your child's lying, there will be a way that when your child's speaking, if you're not quite sure if what they're saying is true, you will drop in and you'll be feeling their energy. You won't even know you're doing it. But next time you have an interaction where you're not sure if you're getting the whole story, notice how you drop a little to feel what's going on behind your child's words. This is psychic. This is you being psychic. So if you want to explore this a little more, all you need to do is ask yourself on a day-to-day basis, what am I not seeing? Just that, a simple inquiry. What am I not seeing here around me in this interaction? And just like you would explore a color palette, what happens if these two colors go together and what would that be like? With that same open curiosity of exploration, what am I not seeing? And just like that, you start to attune yourself to silence, to space, to the proximity between things, to the undercurrent of people's words. And you will start to notice the plethora of information available to you at any given time through unseen channels. Have fun.